Graphing a quadratic equation. A quadratic equation, when graphed, is a shape called a parabola. Here is an example on our graph on the right. The reason for the two symmetrical sides is the fact that your x value is squared. In this example of y equals x squared. So if you plug 1 in for x, you will get y is 1. But if you plug in -1 for x, -1 squared is also 1, so you get y equals 1. Let us graph using points. Let us graph y equals x squared minus 2. I'll create a table of points. So basically at this point I'm going to substitute my values in. So if I take the first one, y is equal to, replace x with 0, I get y equals 0 squared minus 2, which is going to equal -2. Do the same thing here. Replace x with 1. Do the arithmetic. 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 2 is -1. Do it a third time. This time replace x with -1. -1 squared is 1, and 1 minus 2 is -1. Now to graph this, we know it's going to be a general curved shape. So let's take a look and see where our points are. We have a 0, -2, 1, -1, and -1, -1. So I could do some more points to get a better idea of where the graph goes up from here. But for now, just for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to show you that we just draw our curves slightly up with arrows to show it continues. Let's do another one. Let us graph y equals x minus 2 squared. I'll create a table of points again. I might need a few more. But let's start with 0, 1, and 2 on this one and see where we get. So again, you're going to substitute in. I'll do the first one for you. If I take y is equal to, and I replace x with 0 minus 2 squared. Well, 0 minus 2 is -2, and you square -2, you get 4. So you'll want to go through and simply substitute each one into the equation. I'll do one more. 1 minus 2. So if x is 1, it becomes 1 minus 2, which I will square. 1 minus 2 is -1, and -1 squared is 1. So as you work your way through and you plug 2 in, for example, 2 minus 2 is 0, and 0 squared is 0. Now I've got 3 points so far, and if I were to graph x is 0, y is 4, let me put a nice dot here, and then put the dot 1, 1, and then 2, 0, I can see that I'm starting to make a curve down, so I probably need to do a couple more points just to see where it goes back up again. So maybe I'll try x is 3 and see what happens. Well, I'll do that really quick. Plug in x for 3. 3 minus 2 squared. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. So I can already see that it's going back up this way, and it needs to be symmetrical. So I can pretty much draw my curve down this way, and then draw my curve pretty much back up that way. And there's my parabola.